Which moisturizer is best for eczema?
We do consider the use of moisturizers as part of the foundation of our skin health. And so often the more important principle is, how much to use and when to use it. So generally we want to think about something that you have a large size. Okay, so moisturizer should come in a large pot, at least a pound of it. And that the thicker the cream is, usually the longer it will last or the more effective it will be. So that anything that's water-based might be a little bit less greasy on the face, but that might not last as long on the rest of the body. We know that the choice of moisturizers is like choosing shoes. There are lots of good types of shoes, and you may need different shoes for different occasions, just like you may need to have different types of moisturizers depending on how dry your environment is or how your eczema is feeling. We know that you may consider some of the thicker creams. You might consider even ointments, more like a Vaseline, especially in really dry areas around the eyelids or the lips. And we know that overall, what we're talking about in those moisturizers are ingredients that do two different things. The first ingredient in these moisturizers is usually some sort of an oil that seals off the skin. And you can think of that the same principle as you would think of an olive oil, and that allow for the water that is in the skin to stay in the skin as opposed to evaporating. But that seal is not really enough. We know that on top of that, the skin has natural moisturizing factors that are like very small sponges that keep water inside of healthy cells, inside of that skin barrier. And that in eczema, we're often missing some of those natural moisturizing factors. And so that oftentimes creams and moisturizers are really helping us quite a lot by replacing those sponges so that we can hold on to the water content of our skin and draw it up from the living tissue. And so using those moisturizers on a regular basis can go an enormously long way. And what I would usually say to my patients is that there's no studies that have shown that one moisturizer is better than another. But you do want to look for some particular ingredients in your skin care products that are emollients and hydrating agents. So things like urea, things like glycerol or glycerin, things like ceramides are really very good ingredients to have. The ingredients that you want to avoid, things like fragrances or any kind of raw natural extract, we don't know, we can't advise you that it's safe because there's no way of demonstrating that a natural extract is safe unless you refine it so that we can understand what exactly goes into that product. So if you're looking for a safe option, usually getting a hypoallergenic product from your pharmacy is the way to go.